Holla ballers! What's going on? It's Preachy, and it's a tremendous day. I know it's been a bit quiet the last couple of days, and you guys are eagerly anticipating some more beta footage. I've got some beta footage in the background, as you can see, of the Blood Death Knight. I also recorded the Ret Paladin, the Affliction Warlock, but those specs have changed so dramatically in the last week that I'm actually going to reshoot them. I'm going to dump all the footage, throw it in the bin, and we're going to start from scratch this weekend. Of course, it is Web Show weekend. Web Show weekend. Ghost is back. We've just been to see the Avengers. We're going to be telling you all about that at the Web Show tomorrow. It's tomorrow night, Saturday, 8 PM GMT. I'll post all the times in a bulletin so you guys can see that. And I know you're asking, Preachy, why has it been so quiet and why have we not got some more beta footage? My man, we subscribed for some beta footage. It's coming, don't you worry. We've been working on something pretty damn special. We've been working round the clock. In fact, big props goes out to Stefan Untrial Philemon, who's been working his balls off for the last couple of days, the last week or so in fact, to get something up and running, which we will announce at the Web Show. And this does come into our question of the day, which I'm going to do today. I'm trying to get everything finished up so tomorrow night we can go live with absolutely everything we possibly need. This question comes in from Bosley. What a quality name, my friend. Preacher, I really liked your last story time with Preach, and so did 200 other people and whoever else watched the show. If you were to do another story time, what would be the theme? And would you consider doing a different live show channel? Sadly, in America, I can't watch your live show live anymore because of how laggy it is, and I have the best connection in America and you have the best connection in the UK, so it's definitely Twitch. Also, would you do anything where your fans can send in stories about how they have done bad things? I have stories that trump yours far past a guy crying, and you will think that you were a saint back then. And with your workshop, what exactly are you looking for people who can't seem to pull adequate DPS, or people like me who can't figure out why I can't pull 40k damage? I know it's a lot of questions, but I would love to get a response. Love your channel, been watching since November now, and I can't stop for some reason. Keep on balling. This is a lot of questions, so it's going to be a little bit lengthy, but I wanted to get something out to you guys just to bring you up to speed on what we've been doing and why it's been a little bit quiet the last couple of days. I always aim to get something out to you every single day. We are trying to make a career out of this. People love the stuff, but time is a factor. I've been travelling the country as well. So let's jump into Bosley's question. Is there going to be another story time with Preach, and what would be the theme? I have a million stories about my time in World of Warcraft. Hell, it's been nearly a decade of playing the game, and stories are a part of that, because WoW isn't just a game to a lot of people, and it wasn't to me for a very long time. It certainly isn't now, where it's turning into almost a business side of things. And so along the way I've collected so many friends, see a lot of friends go, coming and going, and I've got lots of stories to tell. So yes, there will be another story time with Preach. What I'm going to focus it on, and next one is probably going to be the good things I've done and how we can really change someone's perspective and do the little extra things, because it's not just a game, guys. To a lot of people, it's like saying to a major soccer, football fan, whatever you call them, that football is just a game. It really isn't. Those guys see it as a lifestyle. They invest so much emotion into it, and that's when it really becomes something else. If you invest not only your mind and your time into something, but then your emotions into it, it actually grows on you something more than the basic idea of a game. You know, Sonic the Hedgehog is just a game. But then you come into World of Warcraft, where you're meeting real people, you're talking about them, you understand parts of their lives, all sorts of stuff like that. And the next themed one, I think, because we had quite a dark themed one last time, while we were looking at the darker side of World of Warcraft, some bad things I've done to give you realistic examples that these things do happen, and hopefully for you guys to spot them happening to you. That was the aim of the show, and that came across really well in a lot of feedback we got from that show. So, next one will be the nicer things that I've done. Some incredible, small, tiny things that have made a difference to people, a really big difference, and that would be something I'd like to express as well, is so you guys can understand that just doing some tiny, little things in-game really affect a lot of people. And affect even individuals hugely, because it's easy to look at everybody in the game, especially with things like cross-realm, looking for raid, that kind of stuff, as faceless individuals, and we call them rogue, we call them tank, whatever it might be. Healer, can you do this? We don't consider that that is a person on the other side, and little things really help and make the difference. So I'm going to talk about that in the next one. The different live show channel is actually going to be linked to something we're doing this weekend. Tomorrow night's show will be on Twitch on the usual Preach LFW channel. However, we're going to be changing it up ever so slightly just to solve quite a few issues. I did contact Twitch and I got quite a mysterious answer. I was explaining to them, why am I getting lag? My system is more than optimal for what you're doing. My connection is more than optimal for what I'm putting out there. And other channels, especially the bigger channels, they don't seem to have this issue unless they're turning it up to sort of 1080p or something like that. And I only broadcast in 720, so what the hell is going on? And they gave me kind of a befuddled answer, which generally said, oh, well, there must be something wrong your end. And I had a guy who's very, very good at this. I've started to make a lot of contacts in the industry, which is awesome. And a guy took a look and he said, no, your system is fine. What I think it is, and what Twitch won't tell you directly, is that they do go ahead, and if you're not paying them for a premium membership, if you're using a free account like we use, because generally we can just not afford to be paying Twitch for our live shows. We can't do that yet. In the future, maybe so. And we're not partnered, so we don't earn any money from our live shows whatsoever. Sure, we earn a little bit when it goes onto YouTube, but most of the guys watch it live, and therefore the YouTube views on the live show aren't amazing compared to other things and gaming footage, because most of the guys come to the channel for gaming footage. That's cool. So we are going to switch it up ever so slightly. The first thing we're going to solve is the chat issue, and basically what this guy told me is that Twitch throttles non-premium and non-partnered channels to make room for the rest of them, and that sort of inspires you, apparently inspires you to go ahead and pay them some money so you get premium quality service, or you're partnered and therefore they have to give you premium quality service because you're earning revenue not only for them but for yourself. And that's how it works. So we are throttled a little bit, which explains why only with maybe 300 odd viewers we're seeing huge chat lags. I mean, on my end, I'm asking you guys questions. Guys, if you've got anything to ask me, and every sort of 10 minutes at one point we were getting huge blocks of chat just spammed into the live chat box, which is no good to anybody. I can't ask a question and wait 10 minutes for the response. So we have solved that issue, and you're going to find out about that at the web show tomorrow. So tomorrow, log into twitch.tv/preachlfw, and then we are going to go ahead and announce the solution to all our problems and get you guys all fixed up. Would I ever do a thing where the fans can send in stories? Absolutely. Because the reason behind that is not just to make it life easier for myself on content, but it also shows the rest of the world. And that is what we're all talking about. This is why the story time exists. When things happen to us in World of Warcraft, be it bad or good, we see it as an individual perspective. What we don't realise is this thing is happening across every realm and to hundreds, if not thousands of people all across the player base. And the more people who say, yo, this happened to me, or I've done this to somebody, or anything like that, be it good or bad, we all start to appreciate the fact that things that happen to us in World of Warcraft, just as they happen in life, happen all over to everybody. And we actually feel better about it. We feel, oh God, thank God this happened to somebody else. Thank God somebody else knows what I went through to do this. So I would truly love to hear your stories, and we could talk about them, and that would be something we would talk about in the web show with me and Ghost, and mix in our own little twist on that, as we like to do. The workshop is something that is taking off so fast I cannot even explain. The feedback and the popularity of that segment that we've been wanting to do for so long, guys. It was one of my initial thoughts, is to do the workshop, and that is just getting fantastic feedback from all you guys, and I'm hoping to try and do one every single week. So many guys have sent me footage of themselves playing, and I'm going to work through that as much as humanly possible. I'm sure at some point we'll have a lull and we'll still get to every single person. My aim is to really do a workshop for everybody. If I have to do 2 workshops in one live stream, then I'll do it. I will get there, guys. I will get through it. I will get my time involved. I will research your videos, and I will see exactly what we can do. And what I really love is the feedback videos of where they've made the changes and we see the improvement. And there's a couple of guys, we've only done 3 workshops. We've done a Prot Warrior, we've done a Fire Mage and a Rogue. 2 out of 3 have sent me back a video showing the changes implemented and the difference it made to their rating. And then we're going to review that at pretty much every workshop at the start. We'll check how our friends got on in the previous times. What I'm looking for in your workshop stuff that you send to me is a combination of many things, including 5-mans. I got a question from a guy who was a Feral Druid tank who said, well, I don't really like looking for raid because that tanking side of it is not that difficult. And he's right, it's not very difficult to tank a raid boss. In fact, tanking a 5-man really, really well is considerably more difficult unless we have some specific challenge in a raid environment, which isn't that often for a tank. Oh my God, my phone's ringing. We're going to turn that off immediately. So essentially what we're looking to do is get you to send in anything where you're struggling. and what you feel best demonstrates that. I know looking for aid seems like the obvious answer, but let's say we're a healer looking for some advice. Looking for aid can be carried. And sure, we can spot a few spell differences and stuff, but it's difficult to really see where we're struggling. 5-mans are a great example. Do not be worried about sending me a 5-man heroic run, because that's going to show tanking with ads, tanking bosses, DPSing trash, healing trash, all that kind of stuff. I have no problem with 5-mans whatsoever. All I ask is, guys, will you send me in 720p at least, so when I pull it off this YouTube, reconstitute it into my own little format, that I get a decent quality out so the guys who are watching the live stream can actually see it. That's all I ask. I will do a video on exactly how to do this. I know some of you are struggling with how the hell can I record my gameplay and get that into the world. I will do a video for that, and I will try and do it over the weekend so you guys are ready for that. That's coming to the end of the questions there, and really this is what I wanted to get out, is just to answer this, bring you up to speed on what's been happening. Mainly we're going to do it at the web show, is bring everything together and culminate in our major announcement, which is looking fantastic at the moment, guys. All that stuff I've just answered there. If you have a question for me, you can go ahead and send that to preachgaming@gmail.com, and I will get it answered, guys. I will do my best. We are starting to receive a hell of a lot, but anything that I think is really worthwhile and hasn't been asked before, generally questions that are not about my user interface, go ahead and search my channel for my UI. Anything that isn't really relative to that kind of stuff and is really something I think can help the community, I will answer it and get an answer out to you guys, alright? I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. It's going to be about 24 hours from when this video goes up. I'd love to see you then, guys, in the live chat. You take it easy. Good night.